What's up, y'all? It's PG Coinage back with another video. We got February 27th looming over our heads. Let's scratch the surface. I am by no means a financial expert, but before we get into that, let's read some words from Jesus. In 2 John 1 verse 6, and this is love, that we walk according to his commandments. This is the commandment just as you have heard from the beginning, so that you should walk in it. And to back that up in John 14 verse 15, it says, if you love me, you will keep my commandments. And again, John 15 verse 4, abide in me and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit itself unless it abides in the branch. So neither can you unless you abide in me. And, you become what you behold. If you were consistently devoting time to seek the Lord and pursue righteousness, obligations of obedience dissipate, and it's more or less an outpouring of our love and adoration for the Lord. We don't even necessarily think about consciously pursuing what pleases the Lord. Anyways, let's get into it. So, we have been in about a 5-year silver supply deficit. And March is one of the larger delivery dates. February 27th is the first notice day for the COMEX. And in that, the position holders must roll over or close positions before this date. They're basically raising their hand and saying, hey, I'm going to want my silver or I'm going to want it later. And the COMEX has a little over 100 million troy ounces of registered meaning deliverable silver. And there's about 360 some odd million troy ounces in open interest, which is basically the amalgamation of the contracts. Honestly, I think most of that is going to get, I think. This is just me and my limited knowledge and opinion. I think a lot of that's going to be rolled over or settled in cash, or they're going to try to pull some sort of fast one that I have not heard of before. I'm still learning all about this. I didn't even know what the COMEX was, and the early stages of my collecting career. It wasn't until these significant fluctuations in price that I started asking questions and found out what the COMEX was, and found out that our pricing is subject to paper leveraged pricing, which is insane. This is all, fractional reserves. It's very dumb, if you ask me. So I think that is gonna jack up the price a little bit. And then also Trump recently announced Project Vault, which effectively the US is gonna start stockpiling rare earth minerals and critical minerals, and silver is on that list. And I think it's only a matter of time before it jumps back up above the previous 120 some odd dollars that it was right before it was absolutely obliterated. Conservatively, I think by the end of the year we'd probably be at 150 an ounce. Now, obviously, I don't have a crystal ball. And then also, China is one of the leading global refiners. They are restricting exportation of silver significantly. And it's, I don't know. I just see the current price as a buying opportunity. I mean, this is a long-term situation for me. I'm not trying to act as a day trader for silver. That's just not beneficial for anyone. I think that there is a reason that in the recent slashing of the price, JP Morgan offloaded, I believe it was about 15% of their short positions, and then they acquired a little over 700 million troy ounces. I don't think they would do something like that if they didn't have inside information, because you can absolutely say that people can be privy to insider information when it's tied to easily manipulated futures paper prices. I mean, they keep reevaluating and jacking up the margins when the prices are very high, but they never do that when it's low, which is, maybe that's the cynic in me, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, y'all. God bless. Be safe.